South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, we have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Friday. It is Friday. Not almost, it is Friday. And, of course, we welcome to your show as we continue through the holiday week of racing and holiday week of activities here in Las Vegas, Nevada, where we emanate and originate all the Race Day Las Vegas radio programs from the studios at the South Point Studios at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard in your gaming capital. And, of course, streaming on YouTube at the South Point Streaming Network at YouTube. We welcome you to the show. If you haven't tried it out, what are you waiting for? Go to YouTube. And when you get to YouTube, put in the search bar, South Point Studios. When you click and get on the South Point Studios page, you click Race Day, and here we are. You can see and listen to us on the YouTube streaming. And, of course, if you want to join us in a little community of chatting while we're on the show, you could do that too. If you haven't already, when you get there, hit the subscribe. The subscribe button gets you into the chat room to chat away. It is free to subscribe, so just go on ahead and get on started there. We have a whole bunch of great chatters each and every day joining us on the Race Day show. And, of course, we have other platforms for those of you running around town here in Las Vegas. Our Las Vegas home base, our anchor radio station here in Las Vegas for the Race Day shows is Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM. If you want to hear us while you're running around town here in the morning, although I can say honestly, in my commute in this morning on Friday, lots and lots of people are off on this Friday due to the holiday week because there was absolutely no traffic around this morning. But if you happen to be one of those out there or just want to listen to us on the radio, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM is where we're at. And, of course, our podcasting as well. And, of course, our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas.world, .global. You can listen to us through that if you want to. Also, we archive our shows on there in case you want to listen to it later. And, of course, anywhere you get your podcasting and, of course, your devices. We can't forget your iPhones, Androids, or your Google phones. And you can get the app for either YouTube or KSHP at your app stores and put them on your devices so you can hear us and see us through those devices as well. Just however, wherever, whenever. Welcome to the Race Day show for this Friday, right stuck in between Christmas and ongoing Hanukkah. And, of course, upcoming New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Our schedule is going to stay the same as we normally do. That means we will be off Monday and Tuesday, New Year's Eve. We will be back at our usual start time at 7 a.m. Wednesday, New Year's Day morning with our Race Day shows. And, of course, we'll be rolling through the weekend here as well. What a day they had on opening day at Santa Anita. Boy, we can talk about anemic fields in other parts of the week, etc. But what they did opening day at Santa Anita should be commended by everybody in horse racing. It was a fantastic, beautiful day. The weathermen cooperated. The racing was fantastic. And celebration there was good. All the goody little things that happened around the racetrack on a big day like that. And the people responded in Southern California. The attendance was 41,562 yesterday. That was one of the biggest crowds in a long, long time at Santa Anita, especially on opening day. And, of course, the largest opening day crowd in 8 years, as a matter of fact, 41,562. And they bet their cash. They bet their money. 17.4% increase in handle on opening day at Santa Anita. They bet over $21.4 million. And we were part of that through the commingling, of course, us out there. And I got to tell you, it was a great day, especially for two reasons. The Lafitte Pink-Eye Jr. Handicap, what a presentation there, and well-deserved. A big round of applause. He brought out his family, his friends, etc. And the Intertrack signal, the Santa Anita Intertrack simulcast signal, did a great job in having Lafitte Pink-Eye Jr.'s son, Lafitte Pink-Eye III, who is a broadcaster on the Fox and New York Racing Association races. He was there to celebrate his father's big day of naming a race after him. And they got him to do an interview with his father on the air. It was great to watch Lafitte III and Lafitte Pincay Jr., his father, do an interview on there, which is a great interview. And of course, and before the race and then after the race, the big celebration with the family and everybody in the winner's circle was just great. After all, Pincay has more wins at Santa Anita than any other jockey alive. 2,860 of his career 8,833 wins came at Santa Anita, and it was a great day for Lafitte Pincay. And a great day for Flavien Prat. Flavien Prat, as you heard from Jonathan Hardoon when we were going over the stakes races, Jonathan was saying, and we were talking about how Prat was tied with Jerry Bailey for the most graded stakes wins within a year. The most graded stakes wins within a year. But Flavien Prat won the Mathis Stakes with King of Gosford going wire to wire. That horse was the favorite, paying $340, and Prat got his 56th stakes win of the year. 56 stakes wins within 2024, and that established a new record. He was tied with Jerry Bailey at 55, and what a fantastic record that is. And the simulcast signal also showed an interview with Bailey congratulating Flavien Prat. That was also a great interview to see there. They just did a great job overall at the track on their simulcasting. Maramati did a great job in calling the races, and there was a great competitive, exciting races all day long at Santa Anita. Can't say enough. It kind of warms the heart thinking as old as I am to see Santa Anita looking like, well, I hate to say it, but the old days. It was just great, that's for sure. And we will talk a little bit more with our handicappers and their reflections of that a little bit later on in the show. Jonathan Hardoon is back with us. He had a good day, a great day for the players. As a matter of fact, we were getting emails from some of the players out there congratulating Jonathan for his overview when we went through all of the stakes races. Out of the stakes race, out of the six, he just nailed 5 of them, and the biggest one was in the Lafitte Pincay Jr. Stakes. When we got to that race, and we were going over the race, Jonathan said that, look, JB Strikes Back is a horse that could be on the pace and could go ahead and win the race. And he did. He was on the pace. He battled the lead with another horse, but then put him away and led all the way around and won the race. JB Strikes Back with Antonio Fresu aboard for Doug O'Neill. Paid $34.80. Thank you very much, Mr. Hardoon. Tarantino was second, and American Admiral was third in that Lafitte Pincay Jr. Stakes. And so we were off and running with our handicappers yesterday at Santa Anita with that one. The other stakes races on the card at Santa Anita, the San Gabriel on the turf was won by Johannes. Johannes, ridden by Umberto Rispoli for Tim Yakteen, paid $2.60 as the prohibitive favorite, and there was a reason for that. This horse has had a fabulous, absolutely unbelievable 2024. He's had 6 races with 5 wins and 1 second out of the 6 races. And over the Santa Anita race course, over the Santa Anita turf course, his career, 7 starts on the course, 7 wins. And that's why he paid $260 yesterday in the San Gabriel. Then came the Malibu Stakes, the centerpiece of all the stakes races yesterday. And all eyes were on the Kentucky Derby winner, Mystic Dan, and the Santa Anita Derby winner, Stronghold. But in the end, both our handicappers, Jerry J. and Jonathan Hardoon and John Lendo came up and thought that Raging Torrent would not only win the race but get the trip, and he did exactly what they said he did, and he did it. Raging Torrent wins the Malibu Stakes with Frankie Dettori aboard for trainer Doug O'Neill's second win of the day at 7:20, outrunning Stronghold, the Derby Santa Anita Derby winner, who finished second, and Imagination was third. And also in this race, Kentucky Derby winner Mystic Dan ran off the board. And when we were going over these races, Jonathan Hardoon said, and John Lendo also reiterated the fact that they were going to take a stand against Mystic Dan. They thought he would not run well in the race, and he did not. Winner, Raging Torrent, 7:20. Jerry J got the, with his link-ups, got the exacta Dollar Exacta paid $13.30. And he also came in with the Dollar Trifecta that paid $45 even. Big win in the Malibu Stakes for Raging Torrent and Doug O'Neill. Then came the Mathis Mile. In the Mathis Mile, this was the race that Flavien Prat broke the record. He took the favorite, King of Gosford, right out to the lead, battled the lead, and then was very coy in taking his horse back a little bit when he was pressed, and then came back on to win, won with authority. King of Gosford, Flavien Prat, 340 for Phil D'Amato's second win of the day, outrunning Stay Hot and Attilian at Atlan, who finished third in the race. 56 stakes wins on the year, a new record for Flavien Prat, winning easily with King of Gosford and a very good rationed ride by that jock. Then came the La Brea Stakes. In the La Brea Stakes, got to tell you, this was a Richard Mandela trainee, a horse that came off a layoff, but had really works. They were saying that even on the workout show, and John Lendo mentioned that this horse was having very good workouts, solid workouts in the morning. And to put it all together, Copion wins the La Brea for Kazuchi Kimura and trainer Richard Mandela, paying a ridiculous $77.40 to win. $77.40. What an overlooked overlay this horse was, based on the talent and the workouts coming off the bench. Copion wins. Splendora, a big long shot, finished second in that race as well. Sugarfish was third. Some of the horses that were well backed, like Hope Road and Kinza, both off the board in that one. $77.40 for Copion winning the La Brea. And then the final race of the day was the American Oaks at 1.25 miles on the grass. There, the favorite won again. The favorite, did what she was supposed to do, lived up to her billing. She Feels Pretty wins for Sherry DeVoe, paying $3.20 under John Velasquez. And Catherine Marissa finished second in the race. Third was Maduro. And that completed all of the stakes races yesterday at Santa Anita. Some upsets, some favorites, and of course, all favorites of the fans, human-wise, that won. By the way, Hector Barrios did not ride yesterday because he was one of the unfortunate people that got delayed in his travel plan, so he couldn't make it there yesterday, but he'll be there today. John Lendo's pick 4 on the Lendo Report that we keep telling you. He has his selections. He has the goody information at the bottom, and he suggests a late pick 4 always. Well, the late pick 4 that John Lendo put on his sheet yesterday had a scratch in it, so it pared down to an $18 play. The $18 play in the pick 4, connecting the dots as he did on his sheet, paid $256.30. Nice work with the pick 4. And I got to tell you, if you were extending and going and playing the pick 5 in that race, the race before that was the race that Johannes won as the odds-on choice at $2.60. It would not have been hard at all to single that horse in that race, and you would have gotten the pick 5 for the same $18. That thing paid $400.25. And this is sometimes when you talk about betting strategies, et cetera, and how Jerry tells us and all that, but that would have been an easy betting strategy. Just, start the pick 5 with the dead favorite in the race, and you got $400. Pick 6 paid $9,070.80, and it was a great day of racing yesterday at Santa Anita. Gulfstream Park has a little goodie for us today, folks. The late pick 5 at Gulfstream Park. Here's how it went. First of the late pick 5 at Gulfstream yesterday paid $30.20, and that was a horse that was ridden by Tyler Gaffleone. The next winner paid $4.40. The next winner paid $6.60. So you're thinking, well, a lot of people might have put Gaffleone on a nice long shot. But then the explosion happened. In the 9th race, the winner paid $70.80. Couple that with a $12.40 winner in the last race, and nobody had the late pick 5 at Gulfstream Park yesterday. So we have a carryover in the late pick 5 today at Gulfstream Park, $217,084 for a nice little Friday nugget out there. I'm going to ask Jonathan Hardoon to go over those 5 races on the show a little bit later on the show today. 4 out of 5, by the way, in that pick 5 paid $283.20. But a great day of racing yesterday all the way around. Weather was great, etc. And, of course, we have Jonathan Hardoon coming back on the show after a very, very fruitful day yesterday. Great job by Jonathan yesterday on not only the stakes rundown, but, of course, giving us opinions on horses like Mystic Dan, who he took a stand against. We also got John Lindo coming back with his hot Lindo report sheet, etc. Richard Eng will be here with another football play and a horse play as well. And, of course, Jerry J with his Power Page plays. We had a nice winner out of Jerry J yesterday, and his link-ups won for exactas and trifectas as well. So that's what we got on tap for the show today as we continue to make our way through the holiday week and, of course, trying to wrap up this 2024 on a high note. And so it goes. By the way, somebody emailed me that said, "Hey, Ralph, you didn't give us the weather yesterday." Well, I'll give you the weather today. It was 41 degrees outside when I walked in the door, okay? It's 41 out here. We're going to get up to 62. It's going to be nothing but sunny, some clouds here and there, but sunny weather. And if you're planning on coming up to Las Vegas as one of the 340 to 350,000 guests that we'll have for New Year's Eve, here's the deal. This is the type of weather we're going to have. We're going to be in the high 30s to low 40s overnight and in the low 60s to the mid 60s in the afternoon with sunshine and great weather here in Las Vegas. So pack your bags and come on up and enjoy Las Vegas and all it has to offer as well. And, of course, in the race book for all the great racing. All right, we're going to be right back with our guys, John Lindo, I said, and Jonathan Hardoon, Rich Eng, Jerry J. Our racing menu comes up next. And, of course, get chatting away on the chat box there at the Race Day YouTube site. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Alrighty, back on Race Day Las Vegas for this Friday. Looking at the weather around the country. Now, here's the deal. We got snow coming in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, parts of northern Utah, and parts of the northeastern part of Nevada. That's where the snow is at. We have rain in central California, but it's way above where Arcadia is at and Santa Anita. So we're in good shape there. As far as the Midwest, got bad weather going on. You got rain and all of that stuff going on, rain, sleet, snow, or whatever, going from the Great Lakes area right down to the tip of Louisiana and Mississippi, and then a little bit of going on in the southern tip of Florida and some parts of the southeast eastern shoreline. But as far as places like New York and California, etc., we should be fine with the weather there. Might want to wait and see what might happen there at Gulfstream Park today, but it looks like, for the most part, we'll be having good weather around the country. Now let's get started with the racing menu for today. We want to remind you that the racing menu for today, as it is always, reflects the start times, the first post times in the Pacific time zone, because that's where we're at here in Las Vegas, in the Race and Sports Book right behind us in the studio here. These will be the first post times. We are in the Pacific time zone. However, we know that we're worldwide with all of the outlets that we have and the simulcasting and platforms that we have. So wherever you may be, adjust from whatever time zone you are in to the Pacific time zone, and then that'll be the correct time zone for you wherever you're at. We don't want you to miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad, okay? here we go. We begin with Aqueduct, the big A in New York Aqueduct. Let me see if they posted the weather there yet. Yes, 37 degrees and partly cloudy at post time for Aqueduct Racetrack. We'll get you the late scratches in just a moment. No carryovers, though, today at Aqueduct. We got 9 races. The feature race of the day will be the 8th race on the card. It's the Bay Ridge Stakes at a mile for fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. Field of 12 will catch the scratches when we get with Jonathan a little bit later on. But the Bay Ridge did have 12 entered in it, and it is a wide open affair. Sterling Silver is the 9-5 favorite in that race, and I'm going to just check and see in the 8th race there. That horse is still in, so we still got the horse is still in. Matter of fact, 3 scratches out of that 8th race, though. They are the 5 Cali Magic, the 7 Sweet Brown Sugar, and the 8 Cruise to Catalina. But the favorite is still in the race. That's the 8th on the card. The Bay Ridge first post time at Aqueduct today for their 9 races is set at 9:10 this morning. All right, Gulfstream Park is next. Gulfstream Park has 10 races today. First post time is 9:20. Already told you about that late pick 5 carryover exceeding $217,084 to be exact. It's a 50-cent base bet. With 10 races going today at Gulfstream, the pick 5 will start in the 6th race. Post time, Pacific time for the pick 5 is set at 12:03 p.m. Pacific. First post time at Gulfstream again is at 9:20 today. Laurel Park has 9 races. Laurel Park has a pick 6 jackpot carryover, small one, $735. First post time at Laurel Park today for 9 races set at 9:25 at Laurel. Tampa Bay Downs has 9 races today. Tampa Bay Downs has a super high 5 carryover, a regular super high 5 carryover of $11,385. That's their super high 5 carryover at Tampa Bay. And their first post time there at Tampa Bay for the super high 5, well, for all the races really, is set at 9:25, 9 races at Tampa Bay today. All right, next comes Mahoning Valley. Mahoning Valley Racecourse has 8 races. Their first post time is at 9:45. Oak Lawn Park gets back in business today after the holiday respite. 10 races today at Oak Lawn Park. First post time is at 10:30. 10:30, first post at Oak Lawn Park today, 10:30. Then we go to the Fairgrounds. Fairgrounds has a first post time today of 8 races at 10:45. 10:45 at the Fairgrounds today. They got a regular pick 6 carryover of $8,075, and their first post time is at 10:45 for their 8 race card. Turf Paradise, Phoenix, Arizona has 8 races. The first race will be a quarter horse race. They got 7 thoroughbred races. The thoroughbred handicap, the feature race of the day, is the Lost in the Fog Stakes. That'll be the 7th on the card. Now, Turf Paradise has a carryover in their pick 6 jackpot of $9,531. First post time Turf Paradise for their 8 races set at 11:40. Then we get to Santa Anita. Day 2 at Santa Anita. 9 races today at Santa Anita. First post time is 12 high noon. Keep aware of the fact that Santa Anita is going to have fluctuating first post times throughout the week, depending on the size of the racing, because as you know, they don't have lights there. So if they have more races, or post times will be earlier. Today it'll be 12 noon because they have 9 races today. 12 high noon Pacific time is first post at Santa Anita. Feature race today is the Grade 3 Robert J. Frankel Stakes on the turf at a mile and 1/8. Fillies and mares 3-year-olds and up. A field of 7 in it. 9-5 favorite is Hang the Moon with Kazuchi Kimura. 9 races at Santa Anita. First post time is 12 high noon. Just in case you're interested, that 3x3 carryover. You know those 3 trifectas you got to get in a row? That thing has a carryover of $223 if you're game enough to try. Delta Downs has 9 races. A couple of $100,000 stakes races today at Delta Downs. The Boyd Reward Stakes goes as the 7th on the card. And the Rosewater goes as the 8th race on the card. 9 races. Delta, first post time is at 2:50. 5 minutes later, they'll kick in at Turfway Park on the synthetic racing there. 9 races at Turfway, full fields all. Turfway Park pick 6 jackpot carryover is a biggie. As a matter of fact, it's the highest in the nation. $233,024. $233,024 in the pick 6 jackpot carryover at Turfway Park. And their first post time at Turfway for their 9 races, $255. Penn National. We got a mandatory payoff today at Penn National. The Super High 5 jackpot payoff goes today. The carryover, $3,232. Take the jackpot provision off of it. Best tickets will cash, and the mandatory payoff today at Penn National. 8 races. First post time is at 3:15. And then we have Australian racing here at the South Point. Wanted to mention this. There are Australian racing coming in from Eagle Farm, from Kambala Grange, and from Randwick tonight at the South Point. Those 3 Australian tracks will be here tonight at the South Point. So if you want to play a little racing after the day's activities and dinner, come on back and play the Australian racing pari-mutually here at the South Point. And that is the racing menu. Now time to go to Jonathan Hardoon standing by. Jonathan, good morning. You done counting your money?
Yeah, Ralph, good morning. How are you? It was a good day.
Yeah, it certainly was. The thing I liked about going over the races, as you did, was the fact that, when you get to a race where you really think the favorite's going to win, you got to say, listen, the favorite's going to win. Let's see if we can make money putting an exacta together or something. But yet, when you find a race, you sit there and say, I think there's going to be a horse that might, come in and pay a little bit of a price. You gave that out, and that was a perfect scenario, perfect combination yesterday because, you get JB Strikes Back when we went over those races at a nice 34.80, yet you couldn't get by Johannes, and you couldn't get by horses like She Feels Pretty or King of Gosford. And as a matter of fact, you nailed the record breaker, King of Gosford, for Flavien Prat. So a good job done yesterday. But your pick at JB Strikes Back was really a good one.
Yeah, it was a good day, Ralph. Listen, we gave out 7 races at Santa Anita. 6 of them won, including Barbera early. That wasn't even part of the stake races.
No, but that was your official play. That was your official play on the show, Barbera, he got there in the nick of time, I will say that, because your man, Flavien Prat, was closing on you fast, but Barbera got the win with Herrera aboard and paid $11.20. That was a nice, that gave the bankroll for the races later on.
But all that was yesterday, Ralph, and today is a brand new day, so we have to keep it going or they will forget about us in a hurry.
Well, they won't forget, but the comments won't be as nice as it was yesterday. Before we get started, though, your impressions of any of the races yesterday at Santa Anita at all?
They were really terrific performances all the way around. By the way, Ralph, I so enjoyed Piquet interviewing his dad, Lafitte III.
Yes.
Was interviewing his. That was unbelievable. That was worth listening to. It was a terrific interview and really some insight that you don't get to see or hear. And it was certainly a nice touch.
It was a classic, I got to tell you. And kudos to the person who thought of doing that. Maybe it was, Lafitte III himself. But I can say this. There was a key thing in that interview that really made me feel happy. Now, Lafitte Pincay Jr. is a star within himself as a broadcaster for the Fox broadcast for New York Racing Association, etc. And, of course, we all know the accomplishments of Lafitte Pincay Jr. But in the interview, it was nice when he referred to Lafitte and he asked him a question. He said, Dad.
Dad, yeah. Yeah, it was really something special. It was nice, and they really got it all right yesterday, Ralph. Yeah, Santa Anita should just bottle yesterday and put it in a capsule and run it as often as they can. Unfortunately, we understand there's a shortage on horses, but believe it or not, tomorrow's card at Santa Anita, full fields, another terrific card. So, hopefully the meet starts off and could have some momentum.
Yes, it was. They did everything right yesterday, though. I could say that. All right, listen, we got a nice little nugget going on at Gulfstream Park. The 50-cent.
By the way, Ralph, it was amazing yesterday about Gulfstream? There were like 3 or 4 horses that were possible carryovers. Who would have ever thought a 5-1 shot with Irad Ortiz riding would be one of them? But that's what happened. Believe it or not, he snuck through the cracks and resulted in a carryover of over $215,000 in their late pick.
Now, you are absolutely right. That'll come once in a Halley's Comet, I read in that situation. But it is what it is, and so today we got $217,000 plus in the 50-cent base pick 5 bet. Now I'm going to ask you to go over those races, so let's start it out in the 6th race at a mile on the turf.
No strong opinions here, but three horses that I'll be using for sure are the 2, Miss Taptress, the 5, My Blessing, and the 6, Moby Princess. 2, 5, and 6 are must uses in the 6th race.
All right, the 7th race is 2-year-old maidens going a mile and 16, so you better check out the breeding and some workouts for this one.
Well, the 4-horse Dairy Girl ships in from Churchill Downs for trainer Dale Romans, who's off to a bit of a slow start. And usually you like a horse that worked or trained over that track. Unfortunately, she doesn't fit the bill. But off of the figure, she's just so much faster than the rest of the field. She's 9-5 on the morning line. She's going to be a lot of people's possible single. And Dairy Girl, certainly the horse to beat.
Yeah, we got to. But talking about Irad, let's maybe, if we want to go too deep in that race, put his horse in Indeed. All right, now we go to the 8th race, which is at 5.5 furlongs, a claiming race for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. And by the way, this will be a race that is Jonathan's official Gulfstream Park pick as well.
Yeah, I like the 5-horse in here, Royally Blue, a 5-year-old mare from the Steve Clisera's barn. I like the rider switch today to Irad. This is a single for a lot of people. That's the problem with this pick 5, Ralph. Honestly, there are possible singles along the way that are short prices, so I don't think you're going to get one of those monster payoffs, but you also don't have to make a big investment. Royally Blue is my official radio play for Gulfstream.
All right, 8th race, number 5, Royally Blue. I want to caution you, though, Jonathan, there's $217,000 extra in there.
We'll have $1 million in that pool today, believe me.
The 217 is money that's going to be distributed over the usual scenario of figuring it out. So it's going to give it a little bit extra payoff, even if the favorites win. It doesn't matter. There's 217 that's got to be distributed over and on top of all the winning tickets. So keep that in mind, folks. All right, like you said, short ticket and a solid price. 9th race at a mile and 16th on the turf. How do you see this one?
Safi Joseph's number 7, Silver Moonlight. Again, the horse to beat here. She's 8-5. She's marginal chalk, but she could win. That's the problem. You need for sure 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's who I'm using on my tickets. 5, 6, 7, and 8.
5, 6, 7, 8, and the 7 is Silver Moonlight, I should say. Silver Moonlight. All right, 10th and final race, the payoff race for the late pick 5. There's 9 in it. And this looks like a wide-open affair, although the 2-1 favorite there has the services of that guy again, Irad Ortiz Jr.
Yeah, the problem with this race is you have some first-time starters, some horses that are switching from turf to synthetic, lightly raced horses. So, it's a bit of a wide-open event. 2 horses you must use for sure. The 3, La Dame, I don't know how to pronounce it. The 3-horse, and like you said, the 8, Meet Me in the Air. 3 and 8 must uses in the 10th. With whoever else you'd like.
All right. The 3-horse La Donamita and the 8-horse Meet Me in the Air. The 3 and the 8 are must use. You might want to throw in another horse or two since you'll probably have a few singletons along the way. But looking at the Gulfstream Park late pick 5, the way it lays out, looks like there's going to be a lot of favorites that are going to be hard to beat in there. You might get 1 or 2 second or third horses. But again, remember, you could get you don't have to play a big ticket. You play a short ticket. You'll have a lot of action in it. And again, $217,000 above what it would normally pay to get distributed among the winning tickets as well. All right, that's Gulfstream. We got your pick at Gulfstream, so I know you got a couple of more picks to give us. Let's go back to Aqueduct.
Okay, let's look at the 3rd race today, 6 furlongs maiden event, and I love the number 4 horse in here, Tomorrow's Wish, a 3-year-old gelding from the David Donk barn, Kendra Carmusha board to ride, 3 career starts, each race better than the previous one. He had some trouble in his last start. Blinkers go on today, 5-1 in the morning line. Number 4, Tomorrow's Wish, wins today's 3rd race out at Aqueduct.
All right, 3rd race at Aqueduct, the 4-horse, Tomorrow's Wish, maybe today's winner. The 4 in the 3rd race at Aqueduct, and then we'll wrap it up with the good old San Anita.
Mile and a 7th race today on the turf. Number 4, Rashmi, a 3-year-old filly from the Jonathan Thomas barn. This horse was in Woodbine, came to Southern California, and absolutely has improved since coming to SoCal. She's listed at 4-1 on the morning line, stretches out today to 1 mile and an eighth. I think she'll have no problems handling the distance. Joel Rosario aboard to ride. Number 4, Rashmi, 4-1 on the morning line, wins today's 7th race out at Santa Anita.
All right, that is the Robert J. Frankel Stakes, a grade 3 at a mile and an eighth on the turf. You like the 4, Rush Me. with Yoel Rosario aboard. The 4 is your play in the 7th. And again, a yeoman's job of work here for us today on the show, Jonathan. I want to mention that one nice email that was sent to you from one of our listeners. I don't have it in front of me, but if you have it, you can give the guy's first name, not the last, but just the first name.
Charlie.
All right, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie, for the and Jonathan. I know thanks you for the complimentary letter. Just remember, folks, when things, when we hit that slow streak, it's not because we're trying.
Yeah, when I go off for a week, don't start sending the nasty
when you go for a week, go ahead and send it to him. That's okay. Get it off your chest. In any case, Jonathan has 3 sheets today, and he's running hot, and they are Gulfstream, Santa Anita, and, of course, Aqueduct. And thanks a lot, Jonathan, for all your work. Let's keep the mojo going, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
All right, you got it, my man. And we're going to come back with Rich Eng. He ought to be next coming up, so don't go away. We continue.
No service member who has put on a uniform and served our nation should be without a home and the services they need. I'm Dave Portnight, and I'm asking for your help. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation promises to eradicate veteran homelessness across the country so that no service member who has served our nation will be without a home and the services they need. That's why I'm asking you to contribute $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
Here we are in Houston, opening up our first veteran village. This beautiful building that is going to house 161 homeless veterans. Any veteran that risks their lives and are struggling with PTSD, mental illness, addiction. We're also building what I call comfort homes, 500 square foot homes. These are for older homeless veterans, so they have their own space and give them back some of their dignity, some of their independence, and most certainly give them back their life. Go to t2t.org to learn how you can change a veteran's life forever.
If you're celebrating a special occasion or just love fine dining, you're in the right place. Come experience the crown jewel of South Point restaurants, Michael's Gourmet Room.
Welcome.
With over 600 different types of wines and magnificent dishes prepared tableside, you'll revel in the rich classic Vegas decor and the best black tie service in the world. This intimate gourmet room has earned accolades galore. Come to Michael's Gourmet Room for an unforgettable dining experience. Another famous restaurant is the Silverado Steakhouse, where you'll find the charm and service that discerning patrons require. From top quality steaks and chops to fresh seafood and desserts, you'll love the award-winning wine list and menu at Silverado Steakhouse. Steak lovers have even more options with primarily prime rib. Catering to hearty appetites, the menu features a variety of flavorful prime rib cuts, dry aged to ensure tenderness, and then seasoned and slowly roasted. Although prime rib is our specialty, it's not the only thing on the menu. There's something for everyone.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. It seems like we got some Grinches out there, and we are having some technical difficulties with Rich Eng. However, he did give me his picks, and so we apologize for Richie not being with us today, but sometimes these things happen when you're dealing with technology, and I guess the Grinch is in his wheelhouse. So here's the deal. Richie's got a pick for today in college football. He likes Navy +3. Now, remember, yesterday he gave Seahawks -3.5. Seahawks won by 3. If you bought down the half a point, at least you got your money back. But today, he likes Navy +3 is what he sent me. Navy is playing Oklahoma today in a bowl game. However, the public's been really hammering Navy as well across the state here. And so right now here at the South Point, in the book right behind me, Navy is +2. So you can make your adjustments or your assessment of that. He said Navy +3, but it said that the 3s are gone. The 2s are out there right now. That we have a 2 here. No 2 anymore? It's a pick'em. It went down to pick'em? Wow, okay. So the latest here, the money is pouring in on Navy. As a matter of fact, a lot of the handicappers that I talked to, thought that Navy should have been at least a pick 'em originally or the favorite. They didn't know why Oklahoma was giving them points. But in any case, it has been adjusted by the betting public. Public has now gotten on to Navy. It's a pick 'em on the show. Richie said +3. It is now pick 'em. So you take from that what you want in your adjustment of playing that. Now let's get to Richie's pick at Santa Anita. Remember, the ANG report, Richie's selections for all 9 races today at Santa Anita, available right now at the racedaylasvegas.com websites. And we'll go to Richie's pick. Richie in the 7th race also comes in the Robert J. Frankel. In the 7th race, he likes number 6, Mophie. Number 6, Mophie in that race with Chaminade aboard. In the 7th race, number 6, Mophie is Rich Eng's selection. Now, I want to give you an update. John Lindo just notified us that yesterday in the American Oaks, the last race on the card, the 13-horse Rashmi got in the race. So Rashmi ran yesterday. At Santa Anita. So the horse will be scratched, obviously, in the 7th race today. So Hardoon's horse in that race, Rashmi, will be scratched. And we're trying to get a hold of him to see if he wants to give us another play in the race. But Rashmi is out. Rich Eng's play in the race is the 6, Mophie. And the Navy is now a pick 'em here at the South Point and around town, I'm sure, as well. All right, we will be right back with John Lindo and Jerry Jackwitz. Don't go away.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rockin' dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grand View Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grand View Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grand View Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All righty, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Quickly, an update. Jonathan Hardoon has given us another play. Go to the 9th and final race at Santa Anita. In the 9th race, Jonathan's play now is number 5, Brazenly, with Edwin Maldonado aboard. The 5, Brazenly, at 7-2 on the morning line. 9th race is Jonathan's pick off of the scratch of Rashmi in the Frankel Stakes. And now we're going to go to John Lindo standing by. John, congratulations. A big Lindo report on opening day there that you gave a nice pick 4 payoff for a lousy $18, huh?
Yeah, that works. That's turning, a heavy favorite in the last race, and we got basically 500 to 1 on that pick 4, so that works.
Yes, definitely. The 50-cent pick 4, $256.30. The dollar pick 4, over $500, $512.60 to be exact. All right, Hector Barrios, did he finally land in L.A.? He's going to be riding today?
Yeah, there was a problem with his passport. He was delayed. I got a text from Michael Burns, his agent, yesterday. Said they've got to straighten out. He's supposed, unless there's any other delay, he's supposed to be back riding today.
Boy, they pumped in the money yesterday at Santa Anita. When you give them a good product like the old days, people still come out. And I hope they understand and get that concept. Pick 5s. The early and late pick 5s both had pots of over $1 million. 1.1 in the early one, 1.4 million in handle in the second one. They came to play.
And you know what I liked about it, first of all, they got it right yesterday. 41,000 people on track, 21 million in handle. But a lot of the social media ads, as opposed to come out for the food or this or that, it was, here are the discounted wages we're putting on for you guys. You guys should come play. And the people did. I like the emphasis on the wagering because that's what drives everything in the first place. So congratulations to Santa Anita. I hope they saw that the message works. And I hope this they keep that idea. Let's get the players involved. Yeah, it's nice to have the taco trucks and this and that. Yeah. But let's get to the windows.
That's right. We could always eat later with the winnings. That's for sure.
There you go.
In any case, the Hot Lindo Report is available again here today for Santa Anita, but only in one place in your gaming capital. It's right here at the South Point Racebook, free of charge. The Lindo Report plays in every race, and of course, suggested late pick 4 again, and all the goodie information. One comprehensive sheet, the Lindo Report at the South Point, free of charge to you, complimentary. Only place you can get it here in Vegas because they love horse players. Really that simple. All right, John, because we're pushing time, I'll ask you to give us a thought about yesterday, except for the fact that I have to ask you, wasn't it great to see the Lafitte Pinkai response yesterday at the track?
Fantastic. Long lines for the posters that he was signing. It was great to see Lafitte III do the interview on the satellite feed with his dad.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you that they haven't forgotten who Lafitte Pinkai, the jockey, was. The best I've ever seen, Ralph.
Yeah, no question about that. That story, if they got it on the internet somewhere or on social media, see if you can watch that interview. It was great. All right, let's get started. Let's go right to the pick for today at Santa Anita.
Down to the 9th and final today. I'll set up a Siraco play for you. I like number 7 and the Ohm of the Brave coming out of a sprint win going wire to wire. Mm-hmm. Galloped out like she will love 2 turns, or he will love 2 turns. The first start came from off the pace, so I don't think he needs the lead to run well. And I just think this is a horse getting better at the right time. 9-2 on the program. Number 7 and the Ohm of the Brave on the stretch out. Race 9, Santa Anita.
All right, 9th race at Santa Anita. 7 and the Ohm of the Brave. Number 7. So I'll have a Siraco play going. It'll be the 5-7-7-5 exacta box. But John's play is number 7 and the Ohm of the Brave. Jonathan is the 5. All right, get that Lindo report now. And I know that we're going to get fluctuating post times, but today it's at 12 noon. Post time will change tomorrow.
Yeah, with 10 races tomorrow, 11:30. And real quick, a shout out to John Hardoon. Awesome job of handicapping yesterday. He was seeing the ball.
He sure was, and it was going over the fence too. And your sheet as well, John. That's for sure. Even Jerry J was coming. You guys, all you guys, just had a fantastic day at the races. Let's keep it going. Thanks a lot, John. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good luck today.
All right, now let's go to Mr. Power Page standing by, Jerry Jackowitz, with a nice pick in the Malibu Stakes. You got the right winner that you thought was going to get the trip, Raging Torrent, and then you hooked up the exacta and the trifecta as well. Congratulations, Jerry.
Thanks, Ralph. But I was actually playing. We had Stronghold ran 2nd. That was our key.
Right.
Raging Torrent.
But because it was the...
But we did get the exacta. Yeah, we got the exacta, the trifecta, and... the price was pretty good. With the 2 scratches, getting 460 to 1 at the odds at the offense was pretty good for that Stronghold. So I was.
And you
really
want to know something, Jerry? All of you handicappers, all in unison, just took a stand against Mystic Dan. They thought that the Derby winner was not going to perform as well at all, and you were right, all of you.
Yeah, well, you know,
sometimes, and not
we've
only
been watching races. We've been watching races for a few years. We have an idea.
And not only picking races is not only trying to pick the winners, but when you can make a stand against the horse that's going to be bet and say, I don't like him at all, and keep him out of your gimmick, is just as important to a lot of players. All right, let's get started with the Power Pages. Aqueduct and Santa Anita both running today, so we'll start out with Aqueduct.
Let's go to the 7th race, Ralph. Sunday Girl, the 3-horse with Katie Davis up, really appeals to me. I'm just 1 second here. I'm just thinking she's doesn't like the muddy track and ran very well in it last time out. And back with Lasix, I think she's down the road with these, and the odds is 6 to 1 is fantastic. I'll take anything 3 to 1 or higher. I'll take the 3 over the 1A, 5, 6, and 8. Reverse 1 or 1A, 5, 6, 8 over the 3. It's all about the 3 in race number 7, Sunday Girl.
All right, so the 3 horse, now the entry of 1 and 1A, if one gets scratched, you're going to use the other one. Okay, so the 3 with the 1s, the 5, 6, and 8 are the link-ups. The 3 is the key in the 7th race at Aqueduct. Now we'll go to Santa Anita.
Yeah, I'm going to do sort of a shameless plug on the Power Page.
Sure.
You should go get him today because John picked one of my star horses in the 9th race. John Hardoon picked my top-rated horse in the race. I have another star horse and a V horse. I really think it's a great race to go bet on. So go get the Power Pages.
Yeah, I did notice that when you I got your sheet today that you guys were kind of in unison on a lot. Now don't forget the Power Pages, folks. But the Star Horses, the V's, and the feature plays and the pop-out keys are something you should really get, and you get it at jerryjspowerpage.com. Santa Anita.
Yeah, thanks, Ralph. So let's go to the first race, Ralph. Number 6, Certitude from John Sadler. Really is a one-turn sprinter, and he seems to have found that niche on the horse, on this filly.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling there'll be no two-turn races in her future. I really like the 6-horse Certitude. Rosario up. Never bothers me to have Joel Rosario ride my horse. I like the 6 over the 1, 2, 5, and 7. I'll do some reverses, 1, 2, 5, and 7 over the 6. But the 6 at 3 to 1 or better is just a great bet in my opinion.
All right, we start out the early pick 5 in the first race to Santa Anita. Remember, first race post time is 12 high noon Pacific time. You like the 6 over 1, 2, 5, 7, and reverse. Jerry J's Power Pages at jerryjspowerpage.com. Santa Anita and Aqueduct. And we conclude this show by saying we'll be back tomorrow morning, and hopefully we'll have another great day at the races. Jerry, say it, buddy.
Have a great race day, everybody.